two nature that we have already proved. In case of interference or diffraction or polarization, reflection, light is behaving like wave. But in photoelectric effect, light is behaving like particle.
Particle.
It is discrete. Energy packets or photons are striking the surface. By assuming that only it was explained. With the help of wave theory, it was not. We were not able to explain why photoelectrons are emitted by some of the wavelengths only. Not all are able to emit photoelectrons. That was explained on the basis of when we assume that light is behaving like particle. So that gave particle nature of wave. So sometimes wave is behaving like particle, sometimes it is, or common is the wave only. So people started thinking that if light or the wave is behaving like particle, then its reverse should be possible. Because nature loves symmetry. So they started thinking then matter also or the particle also should behave like wave. And that was this assumption, we can say, given by the de Broglie. He assumed or he gave the same thing, but if in case of photon we have done linear momentum of photon, we got linear momentum of photon was this was E over C or it was h by lambda. This was the linear momentum. Now same concept was used. If photon is behaving like this momentum, then corresponding to this, suppose here what will be the wavelength? This wavelength is h over p, where p is the linear momentum of the photon. So if photon is behaving like this much wavelength or wavelength is given by this one, that means similar thing can be used for particle also. So this concept was just reversed by de Broglie. So this we call de Broglie wave or matter wave. And the wavelength of this matter wave is also known as de Broglie wavelength. So this lambda is same h over p as it was given for photon, or we got for photon, and we were able to explain the experimental facts regarding photoelectric effect. So same concept was given. That is, if particle is behaving like wave, then its wavelength should be given by this one. And later on, it was verified by Davison and Germer. Now, numericals is asked frequently on this formula. Now, there are different ways by which you can calculate P. So this, as we know, sometimes you will be given kinetic energy. Ek may be equal to P square over 2L. So in this case, this P will be twice MEK. If kinetic energy and mass of particle is given, then momentum will be this much. Now, sometime will be given the charged particle is accelerated by this much potential difference, and then its kinetic energy or the velocity is coming this way, this much. So when charged particle is accelerated by potential difference V, then what will be? When kinetic energy, this Ek will be how much? Q into V. So in that case, this P will be calculated by twice M Q V under root. So momentum we can calculate by this formula also. Mass of the bullet is 50 gram and velocity is suppose maybe maximum 300 meter per second. What will be the lambda? So what is P? This is in gram, this one, so how much it will come? Mass by velocity, so 1000 into 300, so it is 15 kg meter per second, okay? So this is the momentum. Now if you are calculating wavelength, how much it will come? 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 by 50. 4.4 into 10 to the power minus 25 angstrom. So this wave will have very low wavelength. So practically we will not be able to detect anything about this. So wavelength of a moving particle which is behaving like wave will be of very short wavelength. And if we want to prove that it is behaving like wave, suppose the diffraction is the common experiment by which we can prove. And diffraction will take place when we are taking the slit comparable to the wavelength. It's not possible to have a slit this much. Then how it was verified? So it was verified by using electron beam. So we find the general formula for electron when it is accelerated by potential V. When an electron is when an electron is accelerated by potential difference V, what will be? So kinetic energy will be E into V, momentum T will be how much? Twice into mass of electron into EV under root. Now this de Broglie wavelength, sometimes we give the symbol like this, lambda B, that means matter wave or de Broglie wavelength. So this de Broglie wavelength will be how much? H over P now rest everything is same. This is H constant, mass of electron, charge of electron is same, only this V is variable. So we will keep V out and rest everything we will substitute the value. So how much it will come? 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 twice into 9 into 10 to the power minus 31 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 root V will take out. Okay, how much it is coming? Over root V. this much meter. So it is 12.29. We are taking Armstrong, then it will become 12.29. We have missed, we have taken this one, it should be 9.1 or something. So it is exactly, we have to learn the relation 12.27 over root V. This many Armstrong. Understood how it came? So if potential difference is V is suppose 64 volt. Then this lambda will be how much? 12.27 over 8. Okay, 1.53 Armstrong. This is of which order? If you are treating it as an electromagnetic wave, then where it will come? Ultraviolet, infrared, where it will come? This is X-ray. That means if the electron is accelerated with such potential difference, nearly 50 to 60 volt or like that, it will behave as, or it should behave, not it will, it should behave as X-ray of having this much wavelength, or it should behave like wave of this much Armstrong, which is of the order of X-ray. That's why X-ray is produced when the fast moving electron is striking the target, then energy of the electron is converted into X-ray. So this is of the order of wavelength of X-ray. Now if we want to verify this, whether it is correct or not, then we will have to use diffraction, and the slit must be of this order. So it was very difficult. We can't have slit by giving the gap in the metallic plate. So how is what verified? This was verified by like in case of X-ray spectrography or X-ray, just to find out the crystal structure of the crystal. What was done? X-ray spectrum is made, or X-ray diffraction is taking place. So that concept was used. He used monochromatic beam of electron. Monochromatic beam means only one wavelength is coming. If different wavelengths are coming, different energetic electrons are taken, then it will become polychromatic. The wave will be of different wavelength. So monochromatic electron beam, nickel crystal. Single crystal of nickel. The intermolecular space that we call the interplanar distance. In chemistry, we might have done the structure of atom. So plane of the crystal interplanar distance is of this order only. So diffraction is taking place by this gap. The gap which is present in the interplanar distance, we can say. So suppose this is the crystal. So like these planes are there, arrays are there, means molecules are arranged. So when this crystal is electron beam is allowed to fall, monochromatic one, then it scatters. And this scattered one beam is, the intensity is measured. When the intensity is measured, it was observed it is following the exactly same formula or same principle which we have done for single slit diffraction. What was the condition for single slit diffraction? this A sine theta must be equal to L lambda for minimum and for maximum. For maximum, A sine theta must be equal to
2n plus 1 by
lambda by
2.
A was the slit width. Here, in place of slit width, interplanar distance is coming. What is the gap between the two arrays? And when this value was, or it was calculated by this formula, and practically when it was observed by this one, exactly it is coming same. That means electron beam is behaving like wave. Here, when the electron beam was diffracted, it was observed it is exactly behaving same as light was behaving when we have discussed the single slit diffraction. So by using the diffraction only, he proved electron is behaving like wave. That means particle can behave like wave. So that is dual nature of particle or dual nature of wave. Wave is sometimes behaving like particle, sometimes particle is behaving like wave, sometimes this both are the having same nature, means particle can behave like wave or wave can behave like particle.